Yeah, a lot of people in Minnesota have been hearing this since I got here. You just love to go up north. But the deal is, not many of us make it all the way up to Isle Royale National Park. The cluster of islands is about 20 miles offshore from Grand Portage. And that is where we recently found a group of volunteers rehabbing a lighthouse called Rock of Ages. You're going to meet them tonight at 10, but before you do, Sammy wants you to look at the history of this beautiful lighthouse and the unique efforts to make it last forever.
One of the most desolate lighthouses on Lake Superior is lively nowadays.
Elevator would be great.
With volunteers working to chip away at a new chapter.
I just loved it so much. I just keep coming back.
And shedding a light on its history.
Restoring this lighthouse to what it looked like in the 50s.
I always wanted to have something that's lasting, something that'll be here, beyond me.
David Girth founded the Rock of Ages Preservation Society and has a small volunteers with a common passion of restoring the lighthouse.
To bring back amazing stories and adventures.
That adventure starts back in 1907.
It was a construction marvel. You see this rock out in the middle of the lake, and how they built that structure on this little rock it's amazing.
Jan Ryer, a preservation volunteer, knows what a feat it was back then. They blasted the tiny island, creating makeshift worker shelters and boated supplies to and from it. After a 40-year effort, keepers finally called the lighthouse home in 1909 until 1978.
The keepers would come out here as soon as they could get through the ice in the springtime, and they would be out here until late December. So it was a really hard place to be.
They logged stories of isolation and bravery.
Back in 1933, which was after the lighthouse was built, the George Cox was heading across the lake on its maiden voyage with passengers for the World's Fair. Crossing the lake in dense fog at full lake speed. They heard the signal from the lighthouse, went right up on the reef. So 125 passengers were rescued by the keepers at Rock of Ages, and they all spent the night right here at the lighthouse.
The lighthouse's original lens could magnify the flash 29 miles away, but today the glow is dimmer.
Rock of Ages was abandoned for many, many years, just sitting out here not being taken care of.
It was in tough condition before David and his volunteers got their hands on it.
When you're working on this stuff, it's always an adventure.
Now they say they're a few summers away from visitors who will be able to shine a light on the history themselves. Sammy Solina, KARE 11 News.